Hi everybody, how are you on this, what is it even, Tuesday afternoon. I'm at the park, again, clearly, and this time there are tons of dogs everywhere and I'm guaranteed to get interrupted, but it's kind of perfect and it's super meta because it plays all into this conversation, because this conversation is all about anxiety, and there's some dogs here that have major anxiety problems, I can just tell, and then their owners seem to be exhibiting the same behavior, which makes sense. But there's dogs flying literally out of the freaking woodwork everywhere here, and so I'm guaranteed to be interrupted. But I'm using it as an experiment because, the perfectionist me would be like, oh, I can't record here, I can't record a video because it's going to be interrupted. As if I had an expectation to not be interrupted. Now, I don't want to stop the conversation, but I'm not going to let the beauty that is consciousness in the form of dog stop this message from flowing through, because really it's fueling me. It's fueling this entire experience. And so this conversation is really near and dear to my heart because I believe, well, one, I was a huge victim of this, and believe it is our generation's, millennial and down generation's, saber-toothed tiger, and that is anxiety. So this video is called How to Relieve Anxiety, but really it's more about, let's go through let's talk about what anxiety is, and let's figure out why it is such an actual pandemic, or epidemic in fact. Let's talk about, I made some points, okay, to make this conversation a little bit more clear. And so first I'm going to acknowledge what anxiety is. Then I'm going to kind of question and poke at why anxiety comes up. And then I'm going to go over some anxiety relief tips. And without getting too deep into my story, my personal story is I've struggled with anxiety for so long, and I don't really know who doesn't at this point, but I've struggled with it. It hit me really hard when I was in my grad degree program, and that was in 2015 to 2016, and I had debilitating anxiety where I couldn't get out of bed, and I needed therapy twice a week, and thank God I had the means for that, and we'll talk about that later as well. But I am back in therapy and have been in therapy off and on for the past 4, 5, 6 years, and love this journey because it's brought me so many nuggets, because I believe that anxiety offers you, deep down, really bad anxiety offers you two options, okay? One is to not fight for yourself, and one is to fight for yourself. And when I say fight for yourself, I don't mean physical violence. I mean do what you can to restore your peace of mind. Actually, that's why I got this tatted right here. This is peace of mind in Braille, and it means so much to me because that's all I wanted for so long, was peace of mind. And I'm realizing that there's so many ways to get peace of mind. So I'm also reading this amazing book called The Science of Getting Rich. It's super old. It's by Wallace Wattles, and this edition actually has 3 of his books put in one. So it's The Science of Getting Rich, The Science of Being Great, and The Science of Being Well. And actually chapter 4 talks about anxiety without even saying the word. So this message is brought to you by 2 of my favorite stones. I'm really leaning into these ones. This one is Shaddakite, and this one is Blue Apatite. And together, the blue helps my throat chakra open up and expand and allows me to communicate in a way that I want to, in order to convey this message to you all. And I'm also using this mic, which you can see here, that my girlfriend bought me. And I wonder if the people knew this who made it, but it's a blue, the company is Blue, and it's a Blue Yeti mic, and the color is actually blue too. So see, so I'm wondering if they were so spiritually with it that they put that together so you could open up your throat chakra. If so, props, because that's dope, and I just put that together right now. But I mean, I'm gonna hone in on a couple particular people in my mind, and I'm gonna kind of, in order to really convey this message and in order to really tap into my own emotional system, I'm going to be thinking about people that are close to me that suffer from anxiety, and one of those people being the former me. So I'm going to be talking to the former me here, and it's going to help me kind of channel the vibe that I'm looking for. So that, along with the crystals, will help. So I want you to know first and foremost that you were drawn to this video because you are choosing to help yourself, which is beyond amazing. It's actually the key that you need to do anything you want in life. Literally anything you want in life it's possible because you are here right now choosing to help yourself. And you don't have to be here, you can be somewhere else. As long as you're choosing to help yourself, you're on your way to immense freedom and peace of mind. And I can say that because I've been there, and I can say that because I'm here right now, and I can say that because I had anxiety these past like 3 or 4 days, and I've worked myself through it without having, a really big spill. But and when I say spill, I should say spell, because I feel like it's a spell of anxiety. That's how my anxiety ran for a while. It was like 3 months spell of just like deep down, almost, I guess you could say, depression. I don't want to get too into the nuances of it because you get the vibe I'm going for here. But so I want to first and foremost, let's talk about what anxiety is. Why does this generation in particular suffer from anxiety? Why is anxiety such a word that you can throw out and people know what you mean? Why is that? Let's challenge it for a second, and let's go over what anxiety is. Let's break down the literal word based on the definition. So anxiety, as a definition, is a feeling of worry, unease, or nervousness. Okay, so then I ask you, what's a feeling? What is a feeling? A feeling is an emotional state. What's an emotion? An emotion is a natural, instinctive state of mind, deriving from one's circumstances or relationship to others. So, what is a state of mind? A state of mind is not constant. A state of mind changes. A state of mind adapts. A state of mind fluctuates. Okay? So, what is anxiety? Anxiety is a brief experience. It's not who you are. Okay? So, see, there's the dog that needs to hear this freaking message because he's so anxious fighting his brother. Okay, you guys need to calm down. This dog is so pissed that the other dog won't play with the ball equally, or won't share the ball, is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, so anxiety is not in control of you. Okay? Anxiety is a feeling. A feeling is an emotional state. An emotional state is a natural, instinctive state of mind, and a state of mind is not constant. So there is a way out. 1,000,000,000%, well, actually 100%, I would bet my life that you are going to get yourself out of anxiety. I would. If you're watching this video, you're going to get out 1,000,000,000,000%. So trust that. And so we now know what anxiety is. So why does anxiety come up? And why does it come up so specifically for us like younger people, this generation? Why is anxiety so prevalent in our society? To me, it begs the question, what are we trying to live up to? Anxiety for me comes and tells me that I need a certain thing that's outside of my current life circumstance in order to be happy or content or safe or secure or abundant, or name any term that you want to use there that you want to be. And so, especially with social media, right? And I'm not blaming all social media for this. It's the byproduct. Social media is a great, amazing tool, but when you use it in a way, I would say it's not, I mean, everyone has their own world, but my feed is definitely not this way. My feed used to be this way in college, and I'm actually talking to my college self here. Your feed of all of these guys that you're comparing yourself to, this is what is producing anxiety. You feeling like you need to be a certain type of person. Like, let's say I wanted to be in better shape, and I wanted a better physical body, and in order to have a physical body, I needed to work out twice as much as what I was doing right now. And in order to work out twice as much as I was doing right now, I would need more time. And in order to have more time, I would need to spend less time somewhere else. So something has to give, which is the first hint that that is not the path for you. Because the path for you involves a win-win-win. No sacrifices. No sacrifices for your friends. No sacrifices for, your social life. No sacrifices for your class schedule. No sacrifices for your homework. No sacrifices. Okay? Everything you need is here within. So, what are we trying to live up to that is taking us outside of our now moment? You know, like, so I want to talk to you women for a second, because women are so near and dear to my heart. Like, I think you all are the key holders to the life force, and you've been suppressed. And you know that by being a woman, and us men who have healed know that too. So that's why any smart man will get on board with not only making room for female at the table, but, really looking into their perspective, because they have been working through their anxiety longer than us men. Okay, I'm getting off topic, but anyway, I want to talk to you women for a second. When you are so judgmental of your own ability to create and to exist and to take up space in this world, you're taking away your own life force. You're taking away your own birthright, and you're taking away your own power. It's not fair to yourself, clearly, okay? And it's not fair to your future partner. It's not fair to your current partner, and it's not fair to your future self, because your future self wants to be that higher self now, in the now moment. So scrolling on Instagram and comparing yourself to this person who has this many likes, this many follows, this many whatever, this flat of abs, this boyfriend, or this family, that person has an entirely different set of paintbrushes to paint on the canvas of their life. You have your own set of paintbrushes. Your set is so specific that no one else on this planet has the same. You're going to find a partner, or if you want a partner, you're going to find friends and relationships that are going to bring harmonic, what am I trying to say? You're going to find people that harmonize with your melody throughout life, but you are specific and you are very individual, okay? So you spending time bogging yourself down on Instagram and comparing is a waste of your actual time. You spending time on Instagram learning tricks and learning how to run your own business, or learning how to further yourself educationally, that's not a waste of time. So don't get it twisted. I'm not saying anything bad about Instagram. It's a beautiful tool, but I want to ask, like, what would your life look like without anxiety? Think about it. You're spending your precious time on this planet in a different space than where you actually are. Nope. You're worried about some other variable. You're worried about some other future possibility. And guess what? As we know, the universe brings an unlimited amount of possibilities. Like, possibilities are literally endless. So your anxiety could be endless if you let it be. So let's recognize that. Let's recognize and let's ask, what would your life look like without anxiety? Guess what? You'd still be sitting exactly where you are right now, but you'd be vibrating at a higher vibrational state, being able to attract more things that you want. I'm trying to feel into this conversation, because I feel like I'm talking to certain people, and I'm trying to really, really understand how much of the gas I need to press and how much I need to kind of brake right now, because I'm not doing this for the masses. I'm doing this for the people that are going to resonate with this particular video. So Anxiety is the top of the iceberg of some misbelief about yourself. Here's anxiety. It lives at this top of the iceberg. Under the ocean is really who you are, and who you are has a misbelief about what you are. So your anxiety is actually a gold mine. Your anxiety is a gold mine because it tells you exactly where to focus. So if you keep getting tripped up about if you keep getting tripped up about, like, let's say your trigger or your fault line is jealousy. Why are you jealous? You feel, oh, that girl is skinnier than me. Does that matter? First of all, is that true? Let's talk about body dysmorphia for a second. First of all, is that true? Second of all, does that matter? Third of all, how does that affect your life? Are you less than because that person's skinnier than you? Who told you you needed to be skinny? Is the thing that told you that you needed to be skinny making you feel like this, smaller, or is it making you feel more open and more receiving? Answer that question for me, please. Pause this video and answer that question. Is the thing that told you, the person, the place, the post, the whatever, the thing inside of you that told you that you need to be skinny to take up space in this world, does that make you feel contracting, or does that make you feel expanding? If it's contracting, it's coming from a false belief, okay? And I'm going to have a hard time believing that it's expanding. Unless you're on a weight loss journey and you really feel like it's a positive thing for your life, and you're going about that in a positive way. Because please believe me, get your body right. Get your body right 100%. I'm passionate about this, and I'm passionate about this specifically for people who don't believe that they can get to a place of anxiety free, you know? And okay, so where do I want to take this conversation? Because I have a whole thing of notes, that's why I keep looking down, but I'm feeling into who's watching this, and I feel like you want me to go a little bit more with the gas. So I'm gonna let it flow just like a little bit longer. And a little bit more intense. And I want to tell you that please do me a favor and don't forget who you are. Please do me a favor and remember what you are. You are a divinely made being created by whatever you want to believe in, that was put on this earth to experience. Straight up. So if you want to go back up to the definition of an anxiety is a feeling. A feeling is an emotional state. And an emotion is a natural, instinctive state of mind. It's natural. It's natural to feel ups and downs and ups and downs. It's natural to feel down about yourself sometimes, okay? So, I guess now I want to move into my point number 3, which is like, how do you actually relieve some of this pressure? Because that anxiety is exactly what it is. Anxiety is when you don't tackle the issue at large and you just kind of push it to the side. Common ways of pushing it to the side are drinking excessively, procrastination on work, being overly sexual, and that's a whole nother topic, so I don't want to get too into that one. And I want to say, to relieve your anxiety, you need to recognize what it is, and we've just defined it. It is a natural thing that comes up. It's an emotion. It's natural. So you need to give it space. Give yourself as much space away from your anxiety as you possibly can. Meaning, when you have a thought that harms you, identify where you are in that moment. Are you alone in a nice, cozy, warm apartment where you can actually think about why you're feeling that way, and can you actually process that? Do you have the consciousness to process that? If you don't, let's say you're feeling anxiety at work, maybe that's not a time to dive into your thoughts. Maybe that's a time to give yourself some space. How do you give yourself some space? Change up your chemical composition. Get up, stand up, drink a glass of water. Literally, it will work, I promise you. I also am all of a sudden I want to tell you, you need to ground yourself. Ground down into where you are. Put both feet on the ground, hands in your lap. Take a second, give yourself the opportunity to do this. Hands in your lap, and breathe. In through your nose and out through your nose. And breathe here first. Breathe with your belly, chest, nose, and then out. Belly, chest, nose, and then out. Breathe, recognize where you are, and come back literally down to earth. Another thing that helps a lot is if you get some pink Himalayan salt and just put it at the base of your tongue, because pink Himalayan salt is of this earth, is natural, and it will naturally bring your body back down. There's tons of crystals I can recommend too that really help ground you. This is not one I would recommend, but I have lots of others. Also, the last thing I guess I want to say about how to relieve some of your anxiety is to literally switch up what you're doing. So if you are in a really anxious state, heightened, and you probably don't want to go do something that has a lot of lots of sound and lots of sensory things coming your way. You probably want to take a pause, move away from it, go into a calmer environment, go into your car. Listen, you are the most important person in your life, okay? You are the most important person in your life. You are. Not your friend, not your best friend, not even your mom. You. Put you first. And I know that sounds selfish, but it's actually selfish not to care for yourself. So, okay, now I'm feeling like I want to pull back just a little bit because I know that this is triggering. This stuff is triggering. And so I want to say, if you're triggered right now, congratulations, because you have found a gold mine for yourself. Get yourself help, okay? Get yourself help. I mean, talk therapy has helped me immensely. Crystals have helped me immensely. Learning something new has helped me immensely. So, also, I forgot, I want to read this really quickly. When I say learning something new, pick up a book. Learn about human design. Human design is dope. You should look it up. Okay. Okay. So, I want to read this part in chapter 4 of this book. A man's way of doing things is the direct result of the way he thinks about things. To do things in the way you want to do them, you will have to acquire the ability to think the way you want to think. This is the first step toward healing. To think what you want to think, regardless of appearances, makes you a mastermind. So this is really the hardest work out there. Working on who you are, working on what you are, it's harder than manual labor. Trust me, it is. It is the hardest thing to do, period, because it brings out all of your existential issues. Okay, but let me tell you something. Those issues are just up here, bro. They're just up here. You're safe, you're secure, you're healthy, you're abundant. You are, period. You are. You are valid to take up space here. You are valid to work on your mental health. You are valid to put you first. And if this video helped you out, amazing. If you need more support, find me, because I love talking about this and I've been through it. I've literally been through this, and I feel great right now. And I'm not saying that I'm not going to have anxiety again. I'm sure I will. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. If it comes, I know now how to integrate it into my life instead of just reject it. So this message was a little bit all over the place, but it's because I had a structure, but with me, structure never really works. I felt like I really talked to a couple of you out there. And if a couple of you turns into more and more and more, amazing. If it stays with just you two, then I'm so happy about it. And if you feel like you want to share this video, please do, because the more you vibrate high and the more you share that, your neighbor vibrates high, and then their neighbor vibrates high, and then all of a sudden your whole community is vibrating higher, and then all of a sudden it's raining to put out these crazy fires. That's how it works. Trust me, that's how it works. That is how the universe works. So I love you all so much, and seriously, I actually got a message yesterday that like really made me so happy, and it was like this amazing lady just messaged me, and she was like, I'm so glad I found your videos, and something to the effect of like it really helped me out. And so I feel like I'm talking to a whole group of yous out there. So anyway, I love you, and thank you for letting me heal myself through this journey of our relationship. And I'm going to introduce you to some friends soon, so stay tuned for that. And what else do I want to say? Oh, I'm going to link this book, okay? And I'm going to link a couple other books too, because books are my gateway to healing, and I want it for you, and it's there for you. It's there for you. It's waiting for you to grab it. Healing is there for you, and healing is waiting for you to grab it. So grab it. This is your life. Take control. All right? All right. See you tomorrow or the next day. I don't know yet.